Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hate It or Love It. I am your host for today, Jeremiah the Revelist. So today I'm going to be reviewing Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, do whatever Spider-Man does. Look out. Here comes a Spider-Man review. Anyway, so I'm going to let you guys know right now, this is a spoiler review. It has some spoilers in it. If you haven't seen the movie, go out, watch it, and then watch this review. Anyway, let's get on to the review. So, what I thought about it, I thought the movie was great. Had a lot of great action. It really set the tone. It really set off the whole Phase 3. I think it's Phase 3. Sets off the whole end of the Phase 3. It was super great. I liked it better, way better than Homecoming, and I slightly like it better than Spider-Man 2. So this actually makes this movie my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time. So I like how they go and they talk about the snap. They call it the blip. I think that's a stupid idea. They should have came up with a better name. So I'm just going to call it the snap. You know, they show how Peter and his friends, they felt like they've been gone for only a few hours. They actually been gone for 5 years. They see a lot of their friends have grown up. A lot of them have graduated already. So it's like, it's weird to see this happening. And I like how they put that in. And I also like the part that this movie, in this type of franchise, they really don't go into who is Uncle Ben. They don't really say or talk about who's Uncle Ben. But I feel like Tony Stark was Peter's Uncle Ben. You know, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Tony died, Peter had this almost the same reaction as how his Uncle Ben died. So he still had this, like, guilt. And he doesn't want to be, now he doesn't want to be Spider-Man no more because he thinks that when Tony died, that was his fault. So you see how he goes through that, like, kind of like he wants to quit being Spider-Man. He just wants to be a normal kid. He wants to go on this trip with his friends and impress MJ and show how he feels about her. That's all he wants to do. But, you know how every hero, they try to have a normal life, they get caught in the mix. So S.H.I.E.L.D. asks him for help while he's on his trip because we have elementals trying to destroy the Earth. And Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio is quote unquote saying that he's the hero and trying to save the Earth, which is all lies. If you did not know that, then I don't know what is in your mind. I guess with comic book lovers like us, we knew that Mysterio was a fraud, and they played it out really good. I mean, they really played it out real good. Jake Gyllenhaal is probably the best Mysterio. He's the best as Mysterio. I mean, he's probably one of my favorite villains right now in the MCU. He did a great job messing with Spider-Man's head, even with the illusions. The illusion sequences were crazy. I mean, talk about nuts. And like him and Spider-Man, like the chemistry between him and Spider-Man was really good. They really set the tone really well for this movie. And I gotta give it credit. Now, Zendaya, I never thought she was a good MJ. I thought she was a terrible MJ. She looked like bipolar, always depressed all the time. Like, I didn't like her at all. That's why I would say, like, they can never make a good MJ. True. Kristen Dunst couldn't play a good MJ. And now, this girl playing an MJ. So, but in this movie, it actually shows her true colors more. And I actually accept her as MJ. I actually like her as MJ. I like the chemistry between them, between Tom Holland and Zendaya in this. They made it really good. It's like, you know, this cute high school love type of thing. And it makes you feel like when you were a kid, how you had your first crush and everything. So everything was so good. Like, the movie itself, you gotta go see it. It's really good. And I gotta talk about the end credits, man. The end credits was crazy. You get Jameson. Yes, J.J. Jameson is in this movie. And the messed up thing is Mysterio sets Spider-Man up, tells the whole world who he is and that he's a bad guy and that he killed Mysterio, and that Mysterio is the hero of them all, but Spider-Man is the villain. Which that was the most craziest thing I never thought that was gonna happen. Like, they really pull that twist really well. And also the second post-credit scene was with that Nick Fury. It wasn't Nick Fury or the other girl. They were all Skrulls, which was funny because Nick Fury's on a ship somewhere that has Skrulls, and they're building something. I think I'm hearing through the grapevine is Sword. He's building Sword right now. But it was cool. I did not expect that. I was kind of like, yo, it's off. It was a little off when you saw Nick Fury. He was kind of off from me. Because normally time he's on top of things. And he didn't always on top of things. And it was kind of weird. But I like how they put together this. They really did a good job with that. And my theories. I have theories for this. They want to bring in Venom to the whole Spider-Man and Tom Holland thing. And this movie is how they could write it in. Because now the whole world thinks Spider-Man is a bad guy. So Venom, Tom Holland, Venom is going to be like, okay, Spider-Man's the bad guy. Eddie, we got to stop him. And that's how I think that's how they're going to mingle this whole thing. My friend was telling me they're trying to push a Sinister Six on this, and that's another good, concept of what they're trying to do with these new Spider-Man movies. I hope it happens, but I really want a Spider-Man multiverse though, because Tom Holland, he wants to get Tobey Maguire and Garfunkel to play a multiverse Spider-Man movie, which I think that if they can do that, I would say that would be the best Spider-Man movie of all time. Spider-Man movie of all time. They have to do this. I hope they do it. Please, Sony, please do this. All right? So one of my homeboys, he told me that one of the Mysterio's henchmen was actually Ralphie from A Christmas Story. And I was like, holy snap, I did not know this. I had to look it up. And yes, one of Mysterio's henchmen is actually Ralphie, which brings on to the point of the whole Mysterio thing. All the Mysterio, like Mysterio, and his henchmen, they all used to work for Tony, and they all got fired from the Stark Industry. So that's why I was saying how weird and funny how Tony, like, accidentally made all of Spider-Man's villains so far. Because if you see him back in Homecoming, the Vulture, he got fired from the project site because of Tony Stark. So, like, all these villains are made by Tony, which is freaking crazy. So, my rating for this movie, I have to give it a love. It was great. It was perfect. I loved it. I really love this movie. I mean, go out, watch it, and that'll be all for today. I hope you liked this review. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. Let me know how you liked Spider-Man Far From Home. Like I said, I thought the movie was amazing. And I'll see you when I see you. Oh, peace.